33 years ago, I was in the garden doing Tai Chi, but listen, doing Tai Chi. And I was just learning because I came from Thailand. I was learning Tai Chi at Lumpini Park, but I didn't graduate. I didn't really graduate. I just picked it up, just going through the park. And then off I come to England, and then my learning stopped. But I have a book in 2D flat picture because I want to carry on. I want to carry on with the Tai Chi. So all these picture, in 2D, I got to try to make into 3D. It's just so difficult to learn. But I was so persistent. There was one day while I was struggling to learn my Tai Chi, I could hear a voice in my head. Not a voice as, vocal like this. I thought, go and teach Tai Chi. I said, what? Go and teach Tai Chi. That word, go and teach Tai Chi, is just almost bombarding you. I said, how can I teach Tai Chi? I don't even know Tai Chi myself. I'm learning from a 2D into 3D because I'm struggling myself. How on earth am I going to teach Tai Chi? No way. So I thought that, it's just my Jerry, my head, playing me up. But that thought was so persistent. Keep on banging, going to teach Tai Chi. So it reached a point that I kind of played along. I asked where, and the answer comes straight away. The University of Birmingham. I said, oh my God, I'm crazy. I'm insane. I'm crazy. Because, I'm married to a working class man. I'm living in a working class community. My mother-in-law, she's a ballroom dancing teacher. And she used the local church, renting the hall there, and then use that. If the thought come back, okay, go to the St. Stephen Hall and then do Tai Chi there, I can admit that. But the place like university, I didn't have any confidence even to think or to go near because I didn't graduate here. My English is still broken. How on earth could I go to university and teach Tai Chi? No way. But since that thought come in, go and teach Tai Chi at Birmingham University. I keep on pushing. I said, Supawan, you're crazy. Go away, Jerry, go away. But you know what? All day I've been bombarded by that thought. Go and teach Tai Chi at Birmingham University. And then until come to the evening, I look in the phone book, yellow pages at that time. Okay, Birmingham University, and then look, they got a sports center. Okay, phone them up. Honestly, I didn't have any confidence, but I was kind of hand-tied to do all these things on that day. So I picked the phone up, and then someone answered the phone, and that was Mr. Bonser, who was the director of the sports center there. So I didn't have confidence at all. I was so nervous. I asked them, I said, excuse me, is there any Tai Chi class here? And Mr. Bonser said that, no, we don't. Why would you like to? I'd like to do Tai Chi there. Although I lied because I didn't have confidence. But anyway, the story gone this way. Mr. Bonser said that, okay, Mrs. Green, please write us a letter, send a letter in that you want to, do a class like this. And then I will contact you when I come back because I have to go for a conference abroad. So I said, okay, I write a letter. And I had a letter back. Okay, we will contact you when I come back from the conference abroad. And then things gone quiet. To my relief, I said, oh, thank God, they don't contact me. That's it then. I did my work. I answered to your call. I answered to the call. I phoned them. I wrote them a letter. Calling was nearly 20 months. And because my situation is that we didn't have much money at all. So my husband cannot go to Thailand with me. So the deal is that before my baby turned 2 years old, I would take my baby to go back see the grandma. That was the only time I could go. And I got 3 boys. So the pattern is all the same. So anyway, plan to go back to Thailand 3 days before my departure to Thailand with my baby. That voice come back again. That voice come back again. Ring them up. Ring them up. Okay, ring them up. So I rang them. And then Mr. Bonser answered again. I said, hello, Mr. Bonser. This is Supawan Green. You remember that I wrote you a letter? I talked to you, many months ago, talking about Tai Chi class. And then he comes in, oh, Mrs. Green, I'm so sorry that I didn't get back to you. This thing, could you come in to see me tomorrow? I said, okay, yeah, I see you tomorrow. So I see you tomorrow then. So I turned up, my heart pounding so much because I didn't have any confidence. So I went to the sports center, and then wait for just to go near the university with all these intelligent, clever youngster student. It's really just knocked my confidence right now. I said, oh gosh, what I'm going to do. But anyway, I thought that I went for an interview. So I rehearsed in my head, I'm going to be so honest with Mr. Bonser. I'm going to tell him everything that I still learning Tai Chi. I can teach all I know. Okay, just the movement, all I know. Yeah. But as soon as I saw Mr. Bonser, he said that, yeah, come with me, Mrs. Green. This is the room you're going to teach. This is the dance studio, and this is the dojo. My eyes was like, what? Isn't he going to ask me about asking for the credential, the certificate, my experience? I was prepared to be honest, wholeheartedly honest with him. But he said, come on, Mrs. Green, I show you this. Okay, and you're going to have £10 an hour. £10 an hour? At that time, the minimum wage, I think it was £2.50 something an hour, the minimum wage. Okay, that my husband earning, and he offered me £10 an hour. I said, oh my God.
Wow.
And I said, so I told him that, I didn't ask him that, don't you want to look at my credential, my resume? I don't have any resume at all. Nothing but my honesty. But he didn't even touch that. It's just so strange. So strange.
As soon as you stepped in.
As soon as I stepped in, come on, look. So I went into the Monroe Sports Center. This is the dance hall. So this is the dojo, which is next to the dance hall, which is blasting with music. And then I'm going to do meditation in the dojo. But anyway, I was gobsmacked. I was just so stunned. I was just so stunned that why this happened. But I keep my mouth shut. But I told him that, look, I have to go back to Thailand in a couple of days. But when he said, yeah, that's fine. It's okay. This is the middle of the term anyway. It's the summer. So when you come back, you can start at the summer term, which is only a short period of time, only 5 or 6 weeks. That's all. Okay, that worked well. Okay, just come. So this such and such date, I will send you the email, this thing. So it worked out like this. So that trip, when I came back to Thailand, I asked my sister-in-law, look after my baby for me. And then I was there, I think about 6 weeks. And that 6 weeks, every day, I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. 5 o'clock, I was at the park where my student year, I learned from this, and then keep on learning Tai Chi. Took the taxi still in the dark to the park every morning and learn Tai Chi, and bought the camcorder, record this and then talk to people, try to record and all this knowledge, try to pick up as much as possible, jam it in that 6 weeks. So that was the 3 months, the 6 weeks that I learned the Tai Chi, including the 18 movement of Tai Chi Qigong that I brought back. So I came back and then start teaching. But the first, I must admit, the first few years, I did it with not much confidence at all. But every time, every class, I always have 1 or 2 who came to me and talked to me, so warmly. Sue, thank you so much, for what you convey, all these things. And I think because of my innate nature, my warm and my down to earth is how I feel inside anyway. So I always have a few students, who really, attracted to my teaching, and that give me the motivation. And I also have to tell myself that it's okay, no matter how many people come, because I cannot really compete with the yoga class. The yoga class is always full with people, 20, 30 people, always full. But Tai Chi, the most that I have, maybe about 20, but that was rare. And then it's always reduced to about 5, 6, 7, that is average. Sometimes come down to 2 or 3. Sometimes it's 1. Sometimes 1 person. Yeah. Especially in the summer term when they have the what's it called? The exam. So sports center is not anything in the curriculum. No, they kind of hire us, by hours. That's all. It's nothing to do with the main structure of the university. Nothing like that. But you just have to deal with the student. That's all. But anyway, to have the opportunity to teach there, it just gave me this inspiration to explore more, and then more download. I got more download all along without knowing that was the download.
Wow.
I didn't know. I just know that always have a voice in here, and it's always happened when I was down. When I was lack of confidence, because there were times that it just feels so hard, before Monday come, like Sunday evening, my stomach begin to churn with anxiety, because tomorrow you got to walk into the university, face with the student. I didn't have the confidence. I keep on telling myself, just do your best. Just do your best, and it's okay. Just catch one fish at a time. ตกปลาทีละตัว catch one fish at a time. That is the sentence that came up that time. Because here, I feel just so lack of confidence that I find it hard to carry on. So I console myself that catch one fish at a time. It is okay, one fish at a time. And at the beginning, from just teach them to do the Tai Chi movement, the voice in here steer me toward the direction of turn the Tai Chi into meditation. That was how I did, without knowing all these things about download, about intuition. I didn't even understand the word intuition at that time. It just happens so naturally within, and only I know it. I didn't tell anyone that have this voice, guiding me. That is my higher self, that my guardian angel, whatever that we want to call. But in the end, it's you. It's only one, So this thing guiding me all along. That's how my knowledge, keep on expanding during that 18 years at university, which I really needed. I only had 18 years. I would say that the last 10 years, the last 8 years, let's say, that I would have more confidence and really enjoy teaching there, because by then I started writing books, so all this concept about Tom and Jerry, bring your mental self back home, the innocent perception, everything is all happened during that 18 years at Birmingham University. It's a time that all the knowledge grow, and then mold me into what I am today. So without that, 18 years, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it gave me the answer that I need that 18 years at Birmingham University to materialize all this concept into something solid with all this prop, everything. This prop. I've been using these 5 components, but at that time using you remember the tape cassette? The tape cassette,
Yes.
the 5, the box that you can stand. So
Yes.
I use 5, standing, and then so okay, and then so this is Fiscal 7, and this Tom and Jerry, knocking back and forth, all these things. It all happened there. All happened there at Birmingham University. All these things that happened to me is all about the capacity of having this intuition, being intuitive in the way that I didn't even know, as well as all this title of my books, especially this one, gosh, especially this one, happened in the end of 2019. You see, prior to that, I've been researching about ufology, about all this ET, about all this near-death experience anomaly for a good 10 years. But I never thought that I would share with my student. The topic that I share with my student is only about, vipassana, and then about Tom and Jerry. I strictly stick to those. But come to 2019, once again, all this download, all this force from within, that you call inspiration. It's just trying to prompt me toward this direction of this knowledge. And I keep on saying that I don't want to do that, because I did try a bit, but some students that are really within the box, they cannot accept that. But I have this force from within tell me to do it. So I decide that, okay, I'm going to do it on the last session of my trip to Thailand. So roughly it's about 15 to 16 weeks. Okay, and teaching every weekend. So I told my staff that, okay, I'm going to teach something outside the box, outside the traditional topic. 2 weeks before this last week, I was at Asia Hotel, and then I was thinking, pondering about this thing, whether I should do. I have decided to do, and I have all the thoughts, all the topic in my head that this is what I'm going to say. But I need a topic used in a poster. So I decided to ask. By then, I know how to communicate with the up there. So I said, okay, I'm going to do what you want me to do, but just give me a title. Give me a title, what title you want me to use. And then, boom, this name, Gone Avisha, Beyond Spiritual Ignorance. And to make this poster, this is the poster. So that was on the 21st and the 22nd, Friday and Saturday, in December 2019. 23rd, I flew back to England. And then 24th, Christmas Eve, I had terrible jet lag. Yeah, so that was the poster. And the name is just so challenging. Oh my God. Because the Buddha's teaching is post spiritual ignorance. So it means that we are born with the spiritual ignorance thing. So it just teaches us how to pull the arrow, pull the pain out through, vipassana, all these things. But this, I go further up, the part that the Buddha didn't talk about. And how dare I am to talk about this. I know that I'm going to be attacked so fiercely, from the Buddhists who don't agree with me. It is just so challenging. And the name that come into my head is just so definite. And this is not the only book. This is not the only title that I had from up there, okay, from my higher self. Many more, like what Uttari, Manusatham, okay, like a handful of leaves. This is all the title that I download, especially the Wat Uttari. Wat Uttari is I don't know the equivalent in English. It's not about boasting really. It's about the revelation about the spiritual knowledge that you have within, really, that you've got to have within. But if you don't have within and then you boast about it, that is wrong. That is wrong. And the Buddha, punish monks who do that. But if you have that extraordinary spiritual knowledge within, and then you tell people about it, like the Buddha, he shared. That's why how we know. If the enlightened one, they don't share the knowledge, how are we going to learn? But anyway, that sentence, that word, that terminology to the Buddhists, they all think that, you're boasting is wrong. And then when this word entered my head, I was at the bottom of the garden, I was startled, I was shocked. I said, no way. No way. I can't use it. They're going to stampede me. I will be buried alive, crucified alive. No way. But for some reason, once that title come in, all the bits and pieces of information that I had prior to that, it become click into places. In the end, I carry on using that. And then, yeah, it's true. I was stampeded, I was crucified, but only at the beginning. When the book came out, the book already come out 20 years now, and then people don't talk about it anymore. So this is all the weird thing that happened to me in my life, that I didn't know what's going on, but I didn't even feel that it's anything extraordinary. No, I thought it's quite normal. The reason is because I got no one to share with. I got no one to share with here in England, because my family, they don't really know what I was writing. It's all in Thai language. Yeah. And I don't have any friends that I could really share all these things that happened to me. It's only one time. I used to organize trip, for a retreat to temple. This one time I sat with Mego on the couch, to a temple. And then I told Mego that, Mego, all these things that I do, in fact, I didn't have confidence, but I have a voice that guiding me all the time in here. But I didn't tell anyone, but because you're Japanese, I'm sure that you understand me. And Mego said that, yeah, I understand you, but it's best not to share this Western people. I never share with my family, because it's a different wavelength. I can't understand. So I got to keep it all to myself. Even nowadays, a lot of things I cannot share. The experience that I'm melting, with source, all these things, I know so clearly, but it's just beyond word to explain. I just did my best. But when people ask me the question, I know that they can't understand. But you got to practice until you get that experience before you know. Oh gosh, intuition. This is unplanned. Roselyn, I didn't plan anything, but it come this way. I think this word, you've been planted by someone up there, because I don't know. I just know that nothing is a coincidence. Everything that's happened, it's happened for a reason. It's happened for a reason. I think something want us to talk about this. I really didn't intend to talk about my life, but that's it. You have it now.
Thank you for sharing this incredible intuitive journey. And
intuitive journey, thank you.
Happened the way it did because you trusted your intuition and you went with it. And some might call it gut instinct as well, but you trusted it and went with it. And it helped you align with the purpose and evolve as well. And you said within those 18 years of teaching Tai Chi, you evolved so much and you got so many downloads and knowledge. It's incredible. So it's an inspiration for us to follow.
It's the gut feeling, isn't it? You see, in this gut feeling, everyone has it, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
Then you call gut feeling. Gut feeling is intuition. It's intuition. Everyone have it. You see this capacity. It is trying to shine its way out, But a lot of the time, a lot of the people, they don't believe in their own gut feeling.
They choose not to go with it. Perhaps fear, perhaps overthinking, many reasons.
Uncertainty.
Yes.
Yeah, you see.
But you got to go with it.
Okay, yeah. So after today that we talk like this, I hope that your audience have more observant into their own gut feeling or their own intuition. Honestly, when it's happened to you, it's just so normal. So normal. How about you? Did you have any of your own experience in this?
I do. And I did. And they come in small bits and pieces. Sometimes I kind of anticipate things, small things before they happen, or some people, I can kind of anticipate what they want to say before they happen too. And so the small things.
Yeah. To read people, this is intuitive as well. You see, I have this capacity to connect with people so naturally. It's not until someone told me, a student told me that, Ajarn, you know, when you read people's email, when you read people's question, when people write to you, you seem to have a knack to understand that person. And I thought that it's happened to everyone, isn't it? I said that no. When you read and I read, I don't have that kind of perception like you. When you read, you seem to be able to understand. And I correct, like the Thai writing, a lot of people, you know, when they cannot express that well, they use really disjointed or wrong word, that kind of thing. And I got to correct them. And once I correct, I send them back to you. I said, that is this the thing that you want to express? I said, and they said, wow, Ajarn, how could you read my mind? That is exactly what I want to express, but I could not do it because my language is just so broken. I don't have enough, you know, words to use. But that was exactly what they want to express. You see, and this come to me so innately, and I don't know where it come from. And I didn't even think that it's anything extraordinary, but it's a built-in. And this is intuition. Okay, so that's why I can connect with people so naturally. I can honestly talk to anyone. I can walk to anyone and talk to anyone, even the bean collector in Thailand. You know that we have the piggy bank project. So every time I gone back to Thailand long ago, before I set up this piggy bank project, you know, I just use my own money, you know, give the tip to people, not to people, to the working class, those who have the job, but they don't earn enough, like the road sweeper, the cleaner, the security people, the muscle, all these things, you know. And I just walk to them, the cleaner, you know, approach them. Some of them, they took me quite well, but some, they're kind of shocked that they startled them because, and they look at me because when they see the way that I dress, I don't always dress, you know, too nice, but they could see that I'm just middle class and they're working class, because there were not many people that approached them, talk to them just like they're a human being, like us. Okay, treat them so equally like that. And not just that, I said that, okay, go have a bowl of noodle, buy a cup of coffee, 100 baht, about £2.50. Okay, go on. A little tip, you know. And then I talked to him nicely and then smiled at them. And some of them are so appreciative. But some of them, I said that, then some of them nearly want to cry. I said that, no one ever talked to me like that, let alone giving me money, tip as well. They're so appreciative. And there's one time, I like to catch the bean collector in Thailand. it's hard to get to them, because these are the people who do so much to society, collecting all these really smelly bin, live with all this dirt all the time, and it's just so smelly, but they earn so little. So every time that I see them, stop the car, grab my purse and then down, and I give them, 100 baht each. But there is this one time I was with my husband and my son in Thailand. We just finished having a meal, somewhere. And then we came out, and then this bin collector with about 10 men, women as well, busy collecting the bin. And the smell was just so horrendous. But for me, I was so glad. I rushed to them. And then my son said, "Oh, Mom, no, please, Mom." And then he just walked away because he was so embarrassed. He's just so embarrassed. He walked away. As for me, I was so exciting. I literally see the bin collector. So I went to them and said, "Hello, everyone. Right, today. Oh, I'm so glad I see you here. This is a little bit of pocket money, for you. Go buy an extra bowl of noodle, buy a cup of cold coffee, iced coffee, treat yourself. So how many of you, go and call your friend out, So they'll call all the friend out, about 10, 12 people. And the incident like that, not everyone can do it. Especially if you are middle class, you just don't know how to approach them. You just don't know how to approach or what you're going to say to them. But to me, there is no boundary. There is no boundary between me. I can just, they must think this woman must be crazy, because not every day that they bump into a woman like me. Honestly, on that day, I was overexcited even that I bumped into the bin collector. And then
That's hard to find.
Yeah, but it's lovely. I mean, this is a random act of kindness is always go a long way, isn't it? Always go a long way. And they're so happy. They're so, appreciative. And it's not every day that they bump to a kind person like that. And I always tell my student that this kind of random kindness that we offer to people, they will not forget. They will not forget. They will always, yeah.
Yes.
And I also think like this as well. For these people with the really low income, harsh life, there is not many pink cherry they can talk about, is there? Their life is just sheer struggle all the time. Sheer struggle all the time. But at least on that day, they could go home and tell this nice story to their family. Oh, today, there is this crazy woman who was so exciting, come to us and give us 100 baht each. It's something for them to take home to tell with a smile, and they will always
their day, or their week, or their month. You never know.
Yeah, and this thing is just, ripple through time. Ripple through time. That's why I create this piggy bank project. I want everyone to come in and help so that we can, spread this random kindness to the needy. To the needy. Especially
link for the piggy bank project in the description as well.
Yeah, I will. Yeah. And also all my books, everything. There is a buy me a coffee as well that my student did it for me. Did you see? Okay, I will put in. Yeah, I will give it to you, and then you can put in the description. Yeah, you can get all my book through that website. Okay, right. Enough intuition now. I think people get fed up with my yapping away. Yeah,
that's inspiring. So the key takeaway is just to always go with your intuition, and whatever is uplifting and whatever uplifts both yourself and others, go with it. Even if it goes against your comfort zone, that's most challenging and most interesting.
Yeah, and if you want to enhance your what's it your consciousness, your mental self, mental eyes, your intuition, your intuitive ability, just do meditation. Just
Also,
do meditation.
way.
Yeah, meditation, mindfulness, meditation, bring your mental self back home and keep on purging Jerry. And then you will see that you will develop within. You see the change. You will see the
Definitely.
change.
Both
Okay.
evolution and quantum leaps forward.
Quantum leap. Yeah. Okay then, Roselyn. Thank you so much for today. I really enjoy it today. Unplanned. Yeah, but it's always something come out. Thank you.
And also to our viewers, if there's any topic that anyone would like to hear about, definitely write in the comments and we'll get back to you on that too.
Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Ajarn.
Okay, ค่ะ Okay. สวัสดีค่ะ Thank you.
Thank you for listening, and for more information, please visit buymeacoffee.com website by clicking the link under this video description. You can download some of Supawan Green's free books, or you can purchase them. There are also some digital files of Supawan Green's teaching media available for download as well. You can also become a part of our Bring Your Mental Self Back Home community. You can join activities like Piggy Bank and Life Saving Bags projects or workshops and seminars. If you would like to support Supawan Green's work and our community's projects, you can subscribe and become a member on Supawan Green's YouTube channel or buymeacoffee.com. Your support is gratifying. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening, and for more information, please visit buymeacoffee.com website by clicking the link under this video description. You can download some of Supawan Green's free books, or you can purchase them. There are also some digital files of Supawan Green's teaching media available for download as well. You can also become a part of our Bring Your Mental Self Back Home community. You can join activities like Piggy Bank and Life Saving Bags projects or workshops and seminars. If you would like to support Supawan Green's work and our community's projects, you can subscribe and become a member on Supawan Green's YouTube channel or buymeacoffee.com. Your support is gratifying. Thank you for your support.